Hey guys, happy 4th of July. Welcome to our power planning today. I know it's early. Thank you for those of you that were able to get on here. I know that most of you will watch this on a replay. I just thought with probably barbecues and fireworks tonight, a lot of people wouldn't be able to be on. So I wanted to do it in between our barbecues and our other barbecues and all the things we're doing. So it is, as I said, July 4th. So we're still early into the month. So not only will we be talking about planning this week, we'll talk a little bit about planning the whole month at the same time. Like, I usually love to do like the whole month together. But the first thing I want to do before we start this is I want you to think about your intentions for the month of July. I don't want you to think about your roadblocks. I don't want you to think about, how busy you are, maybe the trip you're going to take, all the things. I want you to think about your intentions instead. Because if there's one thing I've learned over the years about us humans is that we truly want something, we will get past all of the problems and we will do what it is that we want. So I want you to think about your I ams, your intentions. You can call them goals. I like the word intention better because if you are intentional with your time and your effort to reach the goal, it's so much more productive than just saying, oh, my goal is 4K. Well, what is your intention? How do you intend to get to 4K? Does that mean you're going to be doing X amount of lives during the week? Does that mean you're going to be doing X amount of Zooms during the week? Does that mean you're going to be doing X amounts of reach outs during the week? Like, be intentional with your activity so that it lines up with your goal, like the intended outcome of your goal. The other thing I want to do before we get rolling here is, we always start off with rate of run. Well, it's only the 4th of the month. So not that there isn't run happening, but the rate of run at this point in time, so early on in the month, really what I want to do is have you look at what your goal is for the month. And then we're going to break that down. So in the month of August, in the month of July, we have 31 days. So what I would have you do on your calendar is look at, or that's my phone, I need my calculator. What I would want you to do on your calculator is look at what the goal is, like put in the calculator what goal you have for this month. So, let's say you ended last month at 16K. So please don't put that your goal is 12K for this month. That's a rank goal. I want to know what your actual volume goal. And if you and your team hit 16K last month, then let's bump up to 20K this month. If you and your team did $1,000 last month, let's bump up to 4K this month. Like, go ahead and make the jump to the next rank. But don't ever discount the volume that you've done by setting your rank, by setting your goal based on a rank that's below. So I don't care if you have been hitting 25K for the last 6 months, your goal needs to be 40K. When you get to 41K, then we'll talk about the next goal, but don't ever set it below where you've already been. So what you're going to do is enter the volume amount that you have in your head, and I don't know your goal, only you do. You're going to take that dollar amount, you're going to divide it by 31. So the number you're looking at is the dollar amount that you and your team need to hit on a daily basis to hit your goal. So I always make sure and I write that number down, and I put that at the top of my calendar. And then we don't have to do it together right here on the Zoom, but what I also like to do is I look at the month and I will say, on the first Saturday of the month, if I'm doing this dollar amount every day times this date, what will that goal be by Saturday? So I can just have like a quick, look at my calendar at a glance type situation, and I can see, are we on track or aren't we on track? Obviously, by next week, we'll have a auto ship under our belt. We'll be that much further into the month. And that's where we'll start to compare what our goal rate of run is with what our actual rate of run is. But I just think it's so good to start the month knowing what your goal is for you and your team every single day. And you guys, if you're like, I'm brand new, I don't have a team, well, you have a goal. What is your goal? What is your goal that you're going to do every day? And as your goals increase, obviously your team is going to start to increase. So don't panic about that if you're new. You're going to get to that point also. Okay, so we have our intentions set for the week. We have our rate of run set up for the month, or also we have our intentions for the month, I should say. So the first thing I want to talk about, with it being July 4th, there is a promo that's running right now. It's a credit rebate program or promo. Wow, words are hard. So if you have not reached out to your customers and your downline, please do. Yes, I know Lavelle sends an email. Yes, I know it's been on the team pages. Yes, I know it's been floating around social media. That doesn't mean people have seen it. It just doesn't. Some people are on vacation. Some people have clocked out of work for the weekend. It's a holiday weekend. Some people are traveling. Some people are crazy busy. Some people just don't think to check their emails or pay attention to all that stuff. I think a lot of us forget that because we're on social media for business and because we're promoters, when we get an email from Lavelle, we're like, oh, let's read it. A lot of people don't get that. Like I get emails from different companies. I have gotten several over the weekend from Bath and Body Works. I haven't opened a single one. I don't care. I know they're having a sale. That's great. Whatever. It does not apply to me right now. And that is very much what your customer could be thinking. But if you know your customer and you know what your customer has been ordering, you can so let's say, so I have a gal who absolutely 1,010% loves rest gel. She also loves chocolate shakes, like above and beyond the normal. Like these are the things that she likes to get extra of. So I sent her a message and said, hey, I didn't know if you saw the promo for this weekend yet or not, but you could get yourself 3 packs of rest gels. I forget the math is now that I'm doing this, but I basically added up enough rest gels and some shakes that she would qualify for the $75 in rebate, and then explained to her that would be almost 2 boxes of free shakes. I am also throwing in a free shipping rebate on my end to kind of sweeten the deal. So I'm, making sure to tell them that in the process too. So you can send out the promo. I always send out like a little picture, like I screenshot and then crop, just like, I forget what it says. I should know. I've sent it out. I think it just says 4th of July promo rebate, something like that. Let me see what my little thing says. It's it says 4th of July rebate. So that's the only part that I'm sending to people right now. And I say, if you would like, basically, like, I'll just go into my messages. I don't need to make all this up. I will just tell you what I send to people. Hey, Natalie, happy 4th. I know it's been a super busy weekend and I wanted to make sure that you saw this. If you need a promo code, just let me know. I'm also throwing in a free shipping rebate on my part. And then let me check with, there's a girl who, one person responded from that basic message and said, hey, how does the free shipping part work? I did receive the code. I'm sorry. I received a code for credits I received a code. She understands that she'll receive a code to get later. I am for sure considering this. So that is when I wrote back in more detail that I'm the one who will be giving you the shipping rebate separate. It'll come Venmo, PayPal, check, whatever. And please make sure you use my rebate at checkout. So now that she is actually talking to me about the whole thing, now I have sent her the whole email with the dates and all the stuff on it. So I don't like to overwhelm people with too much information in the beginning. I just say, hey, I know it's busy. Happy holidays. If you've, it could be something like last time we talked, I know you mentioned you wanted to stock up on XYZ. This is a great time to do it. Last time we talked, I know you and your mom were thriving together. You guys could combine an order. Whatever it is, like the conversation is always a little different depending on who the customer is or the promoter is and what it is that I know they like. And then sometimes it's just general, hey, Natalie, I know it's a busy weekend. I hope you got the information about this. We need the promo code. Let me know. Yes, I know maybe they've seen the email with the promo code and they could go get it. But a lot of people would just be like, yeah, how does this work? What is that promo code? Like a lot of people don't want to take the time, especially over the holiday weekend, to read the whole thing. So be the customer service, be the person to walk them through. So I would say make sure you're doing that today, tonight, whatever, like following up with people. People can place orders while fireworks are going off. It happens all the time. And the other thing to focus on before you close your eyes tonight is that tomorrow is an auto ship day. So anyone who has an auto ship going out tomorrow, you want to make sure you connect with them. Somebody may have, oh, that was the dog, scared me. Somebody may have an auto ship set for tomorrow that would be $220. Well, okay, do they have that? Because they could place their order today. They could go in and cancel their auto ship. They could put their order in today and get the rebate. Like, don't let somebody have an auto ship run tomorrow morning and right underneath the email from Lavelle saying, hey, your order was placed. Then they see an email saying, hey, if you had ordered yesterday, you could have got a rebate. Like, do your part. So how we do that, for those of you that might be new and you're not sure, you're going to log into the cloud. This is how we find out who has an auto ship that's going to be running anytime, but specifically for tomorrow. So get yourself logged into the cloud. You're going to go into your menu. You're going to go into where it says my team, and then you're going to click my customers. And then at the very top, it has a column that says customer numbers, customer name, email. Scroll all the way to the right so you see the column that says next auto ship. Actually click on the box that says next auto ship twice, and that's going to populate it for you by date. So you're going to see anybody that has an auto ship set for July 5th, and you want to write those names down and you want to contact them ASAP, as in like 5 hours ago, you want to contact them. And then also, while we're together, I will just go ahead and recommend that you do anybody that has one for July 10th, because that's going to be on Saturday and we won't see each other for power planning again until Sunday. So anyone who has an auto ship for the 10th. And so also, like, this person who has it for the 10th, she is one of the people I reached out to today. And I said, hey, I see you have an auto ship going on the 10th. However, did you see there's a promo? We could cancel that auto ship and you could get your order put in today and get credits. And she was like, oh my gosh, what do we do? How do we do it? You know, and it could be that once she sits down and looks, maybe she's only going to do an auto ship of 150 and this is 200 and up, so she may not want to do it, but I've given her the opportunity. As her promoter, I have looked ahead to try to help her with that. So take that part of your business very seriously. Your auto shippers can be your bread and butter. While you're out trying to make new connections and find new people, if you have somebody auto shipping, you're getting paid on that every single time they auto ship. And I don't know about you guys, but to me, the best promoters are happy customers. So if you have somebody auto shipping regularly, that's a happy customer. And they could very possibly turn into your next happiest promoter. So don't let those things slip through the cracks. Our dogs are a little weird at the fireworks and stuff that went off last night. I think everyone's a little wound up, so I apologize for all the noise. Okay, so we got that. So something that I want you to think about, it doesn't have to be just tonight. It's something that I try to do every single morning, and I would highly encourage you to do that, is making sure that you are setting aside a time or a specific product that you feature on your stories every single day. So when I say time, for me, it's morning. Every single morning, one morning it might be 5 a.m., one morning it might be 7 a.m. It's just whatever your day is like. But the first thing I show is the capsule. Tom, can you help me, please? Sorry. We have a rogue dog. So you want to pick something that you're consistent with on your story every single day. And for me, it's just easiest to do it with the capsules. You could, maybe you are a person who loves Activate, or maybe you're a person who loves Rest Gel. You could do that on the regular. So maybe you're using Activate in the afternoons or as a pre-workout. You could easily make sure that you put that, like you mixing it up, maybe talking to the camera or you showing the packet. Rest Gel is something that I use religiously also. So it would be easy for me to also display that if that's something I'm using all the time. But you want to pick something that you're consistent with, because the consistency, the repetition is what eventually triggers with someone. Like I know people are like, oh, I put my capsules on my story Monday and nobody said anything. Well, no, they didn't, because they don't A, know what it is, B, they might not have seen it, C, they might have scrolled past it, D, maybe as they try to look at the story, something, you know, happened and they missed it. It's the repetition that they will pick up on eventually. It may take someone 6 weeks or 6 months to be like, you know, every time I'm on her story, she keeps showing this packet. Like, what the heck? Like, I don't know when it's going to click for somebody. But the fact is, if you're not consistent with it, if you're all over the board, no one's going to pick up on it. And so I know some people who, like, some days show capsules and some days they show their DFT and some day they'll show shake. To us as thrivers, that makes sense because we know that's part of the 3 steps. Someone from the outside might be like, man, she's changing. Every time I look, she's trying something new, or she's got all these different things that she has to take. Like, that could be very confusing to someone. So I would encourage you to pick one product and stick with it. Like, just commit to 6 weeks of featuring that product some way, shape, or form on your story repetitively, so that it seals the deal in someone's mind. You can talk about it, you can be using it, you can just show it, whatever it is you want to do. But I want to encourage you to pick one thing that you know you do every single day. And so again, think about a non-thriver. If they see you making a strawberry shake one day, and maybe they see you making a chocolate shake one day, and maybe they see you putting Boost in a vanilla shake, that does not make sense to them. They don't know. Are those different products? Why is she adding something to the other? And I'm not saying you can't show that stuff, but be consistent in what you show, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so make sure you have, like, make that commitment for now. Like, you got all of July, let's just say all of July and all of August. What is the one product I use every day that I'm going to feature every single day? And, you know, maybe you have crazy, crazy mornings and you're like, lady, there is no way I can feature my capsules. Just no freaking way. Okay. Well, do you wear a DFT every day? Could you do it every day at lunch? Could you do it every day at 3 o'clock in the pickup line for school? Whatever it is. That's okay. I don't care when you do it. I just want it to be consistent, because that's what's going to seal the deal. So Make that commitment right now. You, in your head, what product are you going to feature? Are you going to do it morning, noon, or night? And go for it. Like, done. Okay, the next thing I want to make sure you guys are also doing, we've talked about this a lot in Power Plans, but I don't know why, but it slips through the cracks. How many friends did you make last week on social media or follow on social media? Like, it depends on what platform you're on. How many people are following you and you're following? That's an increase over last week. If you are not consistently going into your social media and finding new people to follow or finding new people to send a friend request to, you are missing the boat. Just like I said, you need to be consistent with that product. If you don't have new eyeballs looking at what you're being consistent at, it won't matter. You've got to keep adding friends. So I just make that a part of my day. That's, like when people are doing their 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and they're doing their reach outs, like in addition to 5 reach outs, add 5 friends. If you just add 5 friends every single day, and when I say add friends, let's say it's Instagram, you're going to follow 5 people. They may or may not follow you back. I don't know. Facebook, you might send out 5 friend requests. It doesn't necessarily mean they're all going to accept it. But here's the thing. If you don't follow them or you don't friend request them, I can guarantee you won't be connected to them, right? So you have to put the effort in to do that work. Don't overthink it. Don't panic. Don't be like, but I only kind of know them, or she was my friend's cousin's bridesmaid and that's how I met her. I don't care. Friend them. Connect with them on social media. I'm not asking you to go on a date with anybody. I'm not asking you to let somebody live in your house. I'm just saying, please connect with these people so you can grow your network. So make sure you have that in your day-to-day activity. Facebook birthdays, make sure you're doing your reach outs. Some people do it the day before, some people do it the day after, some people do it the day ahead. The one thing that I personally prefer, regardless of what day I do it, is even if I make a, hey, have a great birthday on their timeline, I go into Messenger. I'm sure you've celebrated a birthday on Facebook. It becomes very overwhelming. You go do one thing, you come back and your phone's like 56 notifications. I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to thank all these people? Or, who is it? And you're going to miss people. But don't be missed. Don't be the person that they miss. Go into Messenger. And you can even say, I know I said happy birthday on your timeline, but I really wanted to make sure that you saw this and that you knew that I wanted to tell you happy birthday. So make sure you're going into Messenger, because the thing is, inside Messenger is where you can actually have a conversation. On the timeline, not so much. Every blue moon, somebody might start commenting back and forth on a timeline, but it's still not going to be the same kind of conversation you can have in Messenger. And when I do reach out to someone in Messenger, I always try to ask them about them. What's going on with them? What's going on with their job, their family, their work, their vacation, whatever. Ask them something about them so that they will reciprocate with a conversation. So birthday reach outs are super, super important. And I think, again, they're often overlooked, kind of like friend requests, because it's like, oh, I'll get to that later. Just knock that bird out. I mean, that is one of those things you can do. You can do birthday notifications while you're tinkling. It's like, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. Some people will actually reach out and say, hey, one of my favorite things to do for people's birthdays is send them a trial pack. What's your address? And again, that's not saying, would you like to do it, or do you want to do it, or does that sound like a good idea? Like, what's your address? I don't know too many people who aren't like, oh, they're going to send me something. Okay, yay. And then obviously once they send you their mailing address, you have to follow up with, oh, great, real quick, what's your email? Don't send someone a sample pack without getting them registered under you with a customer account. And again, I know I'm talking a lot and I'm telling you lots of things to do, but you guys, it's the same thing we talk about every week. The same thing. Rate of run, featuring a product on stories, doing your birthdays on Facebook, doing your friend requests. Like, it's all the same stuff. It's just a matter of doing it and not overthinking it. The other thing that we have added recently, or I guess in the last couple of months, is the 3, 2, 1, where you basically pick a person. And I don't care if you do this on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, maybe even TikTok. I don't know. Like, yeah, you could totally do this on TikTok. You're going to pick a person that you want to interact with. You're going to go in and you're going to like 3 of their pictures and or videos. Like, so if you're on TikTok, you're going to like a video. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, you're going to like a picture. It could be a video on some of those. But anyway, you're going to like 3 things. Then you're going to take the time to comment on 2 things. It could be some of the things that you liked. So maybe you liked a video and you put a comment on it. That's fine. It doesn't have to be all new stuff, but you're going to like 3 things, comment on 2, and then you're going to get into Messenger. So for example, on Facebook or Instagram, you might be able to interact with them on their stories. Anytime you see someone's story feature, and like, let's say they're at a fireworks display because it is 4th of July. If you respond back to that story, that goes directly to their messenger. So now you're in their inbox, and you're in their inbox not to be like, hey, I saw you at the fireworks. Have you heard of Thrive? No, you're in their inbox to be like, oh my gosh, those look amazing. Where was this at? Did you have to buy tickets? Like who, I don't know, whatever questions, who'd you go with? But like gets you in their inbox. On occasion, you're going to find some people who don't use stories, and that's okay. You can still get in their messenger. So let's say you liked 3 things and you commented on 2. Maybe you commented on a picture of the lake that they were at this weekend for the 4th of July. You could easily go in, maybe you say, wow, this looks beautiful on the picture. Now you can go into Messenger, like, I know I just commented on that picture about how pretty it looks, but I was just wondering, where is this? Where did you stay? Do you have a house down there, or did you guys stay in a hotel? Are there hotels nearby? Like, if I wanted to go, where would I, like, whatever, just ask questions, but do it in Messenger. You're going to go so much further in business if you start actually talking to people, which I know sounds like you should know that, but it's amazing how many people don't talk to people. Okay. That's really all I have for today. I know that's probably a lot. I mean, I say it like it's not a whole lot, but just make sure that you're spending the last hours of today focused on the 4th of July promo. Make sure you're reaching out to people, hey, I know it's a busy weekend, but I want to make sure you saw that they're doing a rebate this weekend. Do you need the promo code? You don't have to tell them all the details. You don't have to dump all the stuff on them. I know it's busy, but I want to make sure you saw, do you need the promo code? Leave it at that. If they need the promo code or they're kind of interested, they'll let you know. I've had a couple of people write back, I did see it, but I'm stocked right now. Thank you for thanks for the reminder. And some people know I have not opened my email all weekend. What's it about? So again, just don't assume people have seen it. And then also make sure you make connections with your auto shippers for tomorrow, especially if it's the kind of situation, if you have somebody who's just auto shipping, maybe a bottle of Balance tomorrow, I don't know that they're going to cancel that and turn it into a $200 order. I could be totally wrong. So I definitely still reach out to them. But if you have somebody who's like getting $180 or $190 of product, even $150 of product on auto ship tomorrow, they could cancel that auto ship and put an order in today, bump it up to 200 and get the credits. So, how would you, if you were the customer, what would you want? How would you feel? You would much rather find out that you have options, right? You may not take advantage of the options, but you want to have the options. So always put yourself in your customer's shoes. What would I want to know? And then remember, when you're talking to your customer, dumb it down. They are not Lavelle promoters. Even some of your promoters, dumb it down. They're not in this business to win it. Just make it bite-sized pieces of information, answer questions as they come up. Don't overwhelm people, and I promise it'll be a lot easier. So anyway, with that, I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. I hope you get to enjoy your families, your friends, maybe some sunshine, some fireworks, sparklers, hot dogs, whatever you're doing. I hope you enjoy it. And like I said, I will have this recording up on YouTube because I know everyone's out partying right now. So bye.